Alright, I'm very excited to share with you guys the MACD trading robot that brings quite consistent profits from a long time, and you will be able to download the robot for free. Plus, I will explain how the strategy works behind the robot so you will know exactly when it will trade for you. It is a pound-dollar strategy for H1 chart, and I will give you all the details around it so you can trade it even manually on TradingView or any other platform that you are using. More, I will show you why the MACD indicator is displayed in a different way on MetaTrader, TradingView and some of the other platforms, and you will learn exactly how it works. And the indicators really look complicated sometimes, but they are not. Just like if you were to have a bill and you fold it together, it might be really complicated for you how the hell another bill will go through the first bill, and imagine that there are actually people selling this trick. What happens is I do it fast so it looks like the bill goes through the other one. Just like the moving average indicator looks complicated, but it's not. And before I show you the trading robot, I want to say thank you guys for watching my videos. Make sure you subscribe and smash the like button, which is super useful for the YouTube algorithm. And huge thanks to the sponsor of today's video, BlackBull Markets, but more on that later. Now, if you're ready to learn about the great MACD trading strategy, let's go straight to the point. Hello everyone, this is Petko Alexandrov. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'm very excited to share with you one of the best MACD trading robots that I ever traded. It has a wonderful performance since 2007 until the moment, which means that this is a very stable balance chart over the years. I will give you more details about how that pound-dollar strategy works, but before I do that, I want to make sure you understand how MACD is displayed on the chart on MetaTrader as well on TradingView, and what is the difference. So let me bring the pound dollar on my recording screen, and on the left side I have the daily chart where I follow the big trend, but on the right side I look at the smaller time frames, and right here I have the hourly chart with 3 moving averages. What I will do, I will add the MACD indicator, and that is the moving average convergence divergence. If I click on that, you will see how it is displayed below the chart. We have 2 lines and we have those green and red bars. Now if I show you how that looks on MetaTrader, you will notice that there is a difference. We have just those bars and 1 red line. Now on both platforms it is the same thing, it is just displayed in a different way. On MetaTrader we have just 1 line, and this is the signal line, the red one. On TradingView we have the orange line to be our signal line, okay? And the blue line is our MACD line. And you might be wondering, okay, so we don't have a MACD line on MetaTrader. The MACD line on MetaTrader is the one that connects the tops of these white bars. So imagine there is 1 line connecting the highs of the bars, and respectively when the price goes down, the MACD line goes down as well, and the line that connects these tops and bottoms of the bars is the MACD line. So on TradingView we just have those bars as an extra, and those bars are actually the difference between the MACD line and the signal line. So you see that whenever the MACD line crosses the signal line, for example in here, the bars are at the 0 line, okay? Whenever we have a cross, the bars are at the 0 line. Even the MACD and the signal lines are very high. You can see that when they cross, we have the bars at the 0. Or this is kind of an oscillator that we have, because the bars, one more time, represent the difference between the MACD line and the signal line. Now I don't want this to sound really complicated, but if you look at the settings of the MACD line, you will see that we have 2 moving averages, fast and slow, and we have the oscillator type. As I said, it's kind of an oscillator because it's a difference between 2 moving averages. And we have the signal smoothing, which is period of 9 by default. And for today's settings, we will use a little bit different settings. Fast EMA is 16, the rest are as default, but we will be using the signal MACD line crosses the 0 line upward. So with MetaTrader, this means that whenever the bars cross the 0 line, we have a long signal. When they cross downwards, it's a short signal. And then right over here, we would have a long signal. And if you're using TradingView and you want to apply that strategy manually, you should look at the moment when the blue line crosses the 0 line upwards, and when it crosses downwards upwards, and then when it crosses downwards. So pretty much it's the same indicator displayed in two different ways. And before I show you in details how this strategy works and what exactly are the rules for the MACD robot to open and close trades, I want to say huge thanks to the sponsor of today's video, BlackBull Markets. This is a regulated ECN broker that offers over 26,000 tradable instruments, and it gives the traders the opportunity to trade with leverage up to 1 to 500, which is huge. It means you can trade way bigger amounts from what you have in the account. Depending on what type of trader you are, you can choose between ECN Standard, ECN Prime account, and ECN Institutional. With ECN Standard, you will enjoy spreads from 0.8 pips without commission, and with ECN Prime account, the spreads are starting from 0.1, commission $6 per lot traded, but the minimum deposit is $2,000. And the broker offers MetaTrader and TradingView. For example, if you want to test the broker on TradingView, what you need to do is go to Trading Panel, click on See All Brokers, and you will find BlackBull Markets. Click on Connect and enter your login details. Once you are connected, you will be able to trade straight away on the TradingView platform. Here I have a live account that I just opened, and I will be funding during the next days, so I can trade on my TradingView platform. As well, you can trade on MetaTrader, where you can practice on demo, or this is a virtual account, so you're not risking anything, or you can trade live with plenty of instruments that you will find in the market watch. On MetaTrader, we can do algorithmic trading, and this is what I do the most in Forex, as you know. While in TradingView, there are some scripts and strategies that you can backtest, but still they are developing their algorithmic trading, while MetaTrader is long established in algo trading, and this is what I'm using with robots. So you can easily grab the robot from today's video and backtest it on MetaTrader with the BlackBull Markets using demo or live account. And what is quite interesting, the broker offers free subscription to TradingView Pro if you open a live account with them. I'll drop a link down below in the description if you want to take advantage of that promotion. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for sponsoring today's video. Now let's go back to the MACD robot. So the MACD line crosses the 0 line upward is our entry rule with fast EMA 16, the rest are as default. Then we have moving average changes its direction upward with period of 36. So we want to see the two happening at the same time to have the confirmation to buy or to sell. Now if I click on the indicator chart, you will see when we have the signals. So right in here we have two examples. At that moment, the MACD, which I said is the line that connects the tops and the bottoms of these gray bars, whenever this line crosses the 0 line upwards, we have a long signal, and at the opening of the next bar we have to buy, but if only the 36 moving average changes its direction upwards. And you can see that at this moment it starts to climb and we have the confirmation to enter long. In this case, the take profit was hit. Here is the stop loss, and you might notice that a little bit earlier we have another entry. MACD line crosses the 0 line upwards and the moving average changes its direction. However, in this case the price reversed again downwards and it hit the stop loss. I want to show you one more example with the exit indicator. Here it is. We have the MACD crossing the zero line upwards, and at the same time the moving average starts to climb. So in here we have the confirmation to buy. Take profit is above, stop loss is below, but you see where the trade was closed because the momentum went over the 185 line. So this is our exit condition. Momentum is higher than the level line. Period of 51, level 100.85. Alright, so the strategy has an exit condition and it has stop loss and take profit. Stop loss 85 pips, take profit 75 pips. Now no worries that the risk reward ratio is below 1. With algorithmic trading, we do not follow 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk reward ratios because I have tested hundreds and even thousands of EIs, and I can tell you that this rule from manual trading does not really work in algorithmic trading. The closer you put your stop loss to your entry, the bigger chance you have to hit it before the take profit. So don't panic if your stop loss is bigger than the take profit. Alright guys, so you see that it's not really complicated to trade a MACD indicator, especially when you have a backtested and proven strategy. It's much easier when you have the robot. So make sure you go and grab it down from the description. I'll be super happy if you share your results with me after some time. And in this way, I succeeded in improving a lot of my strategies because I receive a lot of feedback from you guys. So thank you so much for doing that. And if you have found the video useful, I'll be super happy if you just smash the like button. Here is a robot that uses the RSI indicator, and if you put a few together into a basket, you will have more stable equity line because when one loses, the others will compensate at that moment. So thank you so much for staying with me until the end of the video. See you in another one. Don't forget that I love you.